Hi, listeners. Welcome to this episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. We are so excited to welcome Andrea, founder of Eat Pretty on the Upper East Side in New York City. Andrea, I'm so happy you are on here. I'd love to start by having you share a bit about Eat Pretty, how it came about, and its overall brand.
So we started off by adding some flowers. I love pink. So we kind of just added pink after, I started step by step adding different things, expanding the menu. My mom started baking, and, now we became this kind of like bistro cafe where we have a tons of food and tons of baked goods that are homemade and they're really, really good. So that's how we started off, 10 years. We started working, and adding until now that we got to where Eat Pretty is right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's so beautiful and it caught my eye because it's a little bit different where, you have the teddy bear to welcome people and you walk in and it's almost like not only a place where you can order things off the menu, but it's almost like this whole experience where you feel like, I don't know, you're in like a pretty and pink like new world or something. So, it's definitely like a little bit of like a getaway when you go in, and also like there's a million places to take photos, and I don't know, just aesthetic places like that are very like unique. And since it's family owned, it's something that is true to you and your family, and you guys like I'm sure have a lot of pride in it. So it's just awesome, and I'm sure it's crazy to see it grow from where it started to now.
Yes, it was, we switched out the name 3 years ago. Um, and we kind of started, I think, maybe 2 months after, a month after COVID hit, which was a bit of like, we try to stay open. Thankfully, we live in the neighborhood, so to us was easy to stay open. So then, the baked goods that we used to bring from this French bakery, which is Balthazar, they kind of closed. So we were like, okay. My mom started baking, and she's really good at baking. She loves it ever since she was like a little girl. She would make like orange cake for her family. So she always had that. And then she started with, Eat Pretty. We started baking and we got a studio. And then when COVID kind of like, passed that little time and then they started opening up again, we brought like our old pastries back. And then they were like, no, we want the baked goods that you guys are making. So that's how she stayed, with her own baked goods now. And she makes them so pretty. I'm always like, Mom. I mean, she loves it. She enjoys it. She makes everything so pretty in detail and hours. And I'm like, wow. It's like,
Yeah,
admire. Yeah. How
that's
much.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, so she takes her time and she does everything like organic and as pretty and as like, all the frosting, all the decorations. We have cookies and she paints each of them different. So that's something that, she enjoys to do. And I'm like, wow, it's amazing.
I feel like the decorating part is like an art. Like you have to be super creative and a fine eye for detail because sometimes it's like very delicate lines you have to draw with like the teddy bear or something, and if you smudge it it's so easy to mess up, and it can be frustrating. But I guess your mom, after years of doing it, it's kind of just become like second nature, and like you said, she loves it. And also, I feel like it's special that it is homemade because sometimes you go to places and you're not sure like where you're getting it from. Is it fresh? Like how old is it, So I think the quality also is super good for like your customers because they know like what they're getting is like fresh and worth the price and just an enjoyable experience.
Yes, that's what we wanted for so long. I mean, we, living in New York, you always kind of like want to find pretty places, and we would go and we would be like, yeah, but you don't know where you're getting it from. So when we opened up, we just wanted to make sure everything was like fresh. And same thing with our food. My dad takes care of that area, like the food part of the coffee shop. So he's like, he knows what comes into the menu. He adds things for summer, he adds things for spring. So that's more his thing. So, but we want everything to taste fresh and to look pretty. My mom made my cakes ever since I was little, my cupcakes for my birthday, and she would always make it so pretty, and now it's like something that she does, and she's had this business, and I'm just so proud of her. She takes
Oh,
incredible.
that's
Yeah.
such a special thing to know that like what's behind the business is your parents and you, and it's almost like something that you cherish because I feel like there's not many people out there who, work with both their parents, and it's something super nice to be able to say, and that you grow this relationship not only personally but with the business. And it's awesome to see like the collaboration and how it works so well with Eat Pretty. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I know my parents were so young when they had me, so I feel like I've grown up with them. So we're really close. We're a really close family. I love spending time with them. They're incredible. And the fact that I get to work and run a business with them, it's like such a blessing, honestly, because we enjoy it. We're always throwing ideas. We're having dinner, and then my dad comes up with his idea. My mom comes up with his other idea.
It's
And then I'm
fun.
like, "Yeah, we can do this." So we're always like kind of throwing ideas and making it, come to reality, which is such a blessing, honestly.
Definitely. So, what inspired the name Eat Pretty, and how do you use the creativity when designing your products, like your baked goods and all the unique designs?
So it pretty came because my mom, ever since I was like little, she would make my breakfast and
Mm.
any meal that I had pretty, like pretty aesthetically. And she loved it ever since I can remember. She's like, I like that. This is so pretty that I can put this and the fruit and this way. And then the tables at dinner will always look so pretty. Not even just for
Oh,
holidays. It was like an everyday thing. Like you would come into my house, and we have a lot of family friends that are always visiting us, and they're like, "Oh, I remember you invited me to dinner and everything looked so pretty." So my mom, it's something that she always loved to do for people. And she likes it when people can sit and like, "Oh my god, this is pretty," and enjoy it. She like feels so much happiness when that happens. And so we were like, we want to eat pretty. Like I always have eat pretty at my house. So
oh,
when we got this, we were like, we want to make sure that everyone sits down and they enjoy. Like coming in, they enjoy it. Eating it, they enjoy it. So it was something that we just wanted to make sure it was stated there. And so she was like, I'll call it Eat Pretty. And I remember, and I was like, Mom, that is such a pretty name. Like she came up with it, which was so fun. I was like, you always cook so pretty. So yeah. So, and then the decorations, the pink, we had some friends being like, but restaurants, because I remember we started way back when pink restaurants were not popular and there were not actually anywhere, but we really love pink. Like that's my favorite color. Um, so we were like, we want to do pink. We love flowers, so we want to add flowers. And we had some friends, graphic designers, that were like, you know what? It's better if you do a restaurant that's like black and white. And we're like, no, we want pink. And they were like, really? Pink? Are you sure? And we're like, yeah, we want pink, we want flowers. Um, and that's how we started decorating it. And now they're like, wow, honestly, I do not believe that pink was going to be that catchy. And we're like, you see, we really love pink. So we just stay true to ourselves and what we really wanted, and just kind of put it out there, which is very important when you start a business. That kind of, you have something that you really like and you really are putting it there. You're not just like, because this has to be a certain way, It's
yeah.
like also putting your little print there, like, this is what we like, flowers in our case, and pink in our case. And then the teddy bear, that we really like teddy bears. My mom loves like little bear decorations. Like my room had always teddy bears everywhere. So,
I love
we
teddy
like
bears.
that. Yeah. And then, it went viral. A lot of people loved it and they were just enjoying taking pictures. And we added then a little like beige pink teddy inside as well.
Oh,
And then our Christmas tree has like teddy bears on it, which is really cute. And so just basically we wanted the place to be pretty, the food to be pretty, the experience that you have to, as you said, you walk in and you feel like you're somewhere,
yeah.
it's mainly the experience that the people can leave with that happiness and being like, oh my god, I had so much fun here, or I had the best time here, and it was a great breakfast, a great coffee afternoon, or whatever you want to spend it, as long as you feel like I feel good coming in here. So
Yeah, that's super important. I feel like pretty, when I think of the word pretty, I think of pink. I don't know. So it kind of makes sense. And also, it's just a good, I feel like, lesson because, there's so many black and white restaurants out there. And the fact that you have such a, reason why you wanted it to be called Eat Pretty because of your mom and how she always had such pretty decor and made everything pretty when you were eating, it's like you wanted to stay true to that. And so I think it's amazing that had that strength, but also like not listening to exactly what everybody says because then you're not going to actually be super happy with the final product. And since this was a family business, you wanted it to be special to you guys. And I would have been the same way because I would have been like, no, I want it pink and I'm not changing my mind. Like, we want it pink.
yeah.
And I can't honestly see it being black and white. I think it's perfect as pink. Um, and because there's so many cute teddy bears and just different little decor, little bows, and the Christmas tree is like pink and like I don't know, it just works. So I love that story, and I also love that you guys weren't afraid to, tell people sorry we want pink. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like sticking to what you want, or like, that little thing from you, like you want to put it out there in your business, it's
Yeah.
yours. Um, so yeah, staying, true to ourselves and being like, we want it pink and we want flowers, we want it to be different. And we don't want to always, to have the same kind of coffee shop or the same restaurant. We wanted to have something different, something ours. And we were just hoping for the best, honestly. And we are so grateful to have it and to have stick to what we really wanted, because
Of
it would be
course.
pretty if we didn't have the flowers or the pink in it. So
Yeah, and I think that's what stood out to me is the fact that it was pink because I searched on the internet pink cafes in New York City and Eat Pretty is one that always comes up and I'm like Eat Pretty keeps coming up like what is this place? It looks so cute. And but like maybe if it wasn't pink, I wouldn't have been as interested just because I feel like also pink is like in style now and even in fashion. A lot of people like love the color. So it's also like an aesthetic like on Instagram and just really cute to post and like TikTok. So definitely an amazing choice.
yes, thank you. We're really happy that we stick to it. We were like, no, pink, 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 always. And it's my favorite color. And my rooms were always pink. Growing up, even now, it's like still pink and still my decorations and stuff.
Girly, yeah.
I always add pink to it. I really love pink. So we were like, we'll try
I
it
like
out.
it makes me happy. It's like such a nice color.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I love anything that's pink. I'm like, I see something and then I see it in pink. I'm like, I want it. I want it in pink.
Yeah.
I just
It's
catch my eye so much.
I don't know. I feel like as I get older, my love for pink gets bigger rather than smaller.
Yes, exactly. It's like I remember my friends being like, my favorite color when I was little used to be pink. What's yours now? And I'm like, still
Pink.
pink. I love pink. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I'm proud of it and everybody should be because it's girly and cute and I don't know.
And pretty. I love it. Always catches my eye. I'm like, pink.
Mhm.
Anything. Even my coffee for my home, like my coffee maker, I'm like, pink. And this
Yeah.
pink
Oh,
is so much prettier. So I'm like,
I was just gonna say I have like a black coffee machine, but I wish I had it in pink
pink.
because it just would be better.
Yeah, I'm always like adding pink to anything that I see. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so much.
Yes.
It
Oh,
brightens up my house. I really like it. So
me too. So, how does your pink inspired place add to New York City, and just its concept?
I feel like it adds like that, like you said, that pop of color. Um, which is funny. I love pink, but I kind of look at my wardrobe and there's a lot of black in it. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm in New York. I feel like we wear a lot of dark colors.
Okay.
I feel like the pink kind of brightens up, and we've had a lot of our neighbors come in and say like, oh my god, this, like, we never expected this to be so bright in our neighborhood or in our street. We've been here for 10 years. I think I was about, yeah, I was 17 when I came here, when I was working like part-time jobs and stuff in the cafe. So now they see me and they're like, when you started, I mean, this block is not the same. It brightens up. It just looks so much
Oh,
alive. And so I feel like that and the whole experience, being a family business, we always try to make sure everyone lives with a good experience and a good time. So I feel like, being in New York, you're kind of rushed into, and you're like, been living here since I was very little. So coming here, we wanted to make sure everything was like nice and you feel welcome and you feel like, it's a little peace in the city that you
yes.
can enjoy. So I feel like that's what our main goal is as a family, to make sure that everyone has that little piece of, you know, enjoying your lunch and having like this peace in a little chaos city that we live in. So that mainly, and then brighten up the neighborhood. It was, something that we wanted to make sure.
That's so true. I feel like New York City is very like go, go, go. No, keep walking or else you'll get hit by a taxi. Like, it's very like hustle bustle. And to find a place where you feel like you can kind of find calmness within that chaos, it's something that is, something not to take for granted because there's not many that you can necessarily find, and also an environment where you feel like you're not being rushed out. You feel like you can just hang out and eat and talk without having to worry about the next reservation like coming
Yeah.
in. Like, I don't know, it could be a little bit stressful eating in the city, but I feel like at Eat Pretty it's like you just can relax and come as you go and leisurely. And so it's amazing that even your neighborhood notices that. And that's just a compliment because it is something where you can just come and have fun and come with friends. I feel like it's a good spot to, show a lot of people because there's those unique drinks. I love the hot cocoa with the little gingerbread in it. It's so cute.
Yes. I mean, having those compliments, like people that live in like across from our coffee shop, they're like, I wake up and I see you guys and it just makes me happy. Like it looks like such a happy place. And we're like, thank you. It's our main goal is overall is just to have people feel that, happiness, or any like little detail, like a cupcake, but you can enjoy it. Coffee, but you can sit down and enjoy it with friends and like take as many as pictures as you want. We've had people come in and say like, "Can we please take pictures?" I'm like, "Sure, you can take as many as you want. Take your
Aw,
time. You never feel rushed that you have to leave, that you have to go. You're welcome to say as much as you want." So we are really happy that we are working on that and that people have, those like things set to us every day. They're like, "Oh my god, I love coming here. I love passing by here. It's so pretty."
that's so cute. Aw. And that must mean a lot because you put a lot of work into the place. So you want, you like that positive feedback. It keeps you almost like on the right track to continue what you're doing. I'm sure sometimes it could be tiring and, but to keep that motivation, to know that there's so many people who do love coming and it's like that safe space. It's just, I'm sure, a great feeling for you and your family.
Yes, it is so good to see them with my mom's cookies and kids just being like, "Oh my god, I want this!" And they're so happy when they
Aw.
get it. And I'm just like, that makes us feel like, okay, this is what success feels like. Having that set from, kids being happy, getting their, or I've had people celebrating their birthdays and coming in and they're like, "I want this hot chocolate for my birthday," or Christmas family pictures. Can we take some here? And we're like, yes, of course, go ahead. So no, having that, it's what success feels like, having
Because
all the
it's like people are going out of their way to come see you and, you know, that's awesome. Oh,
making us part of their memories, their holidays, their birthdays, which is such a, blessing from us. Yeah.
that's so sweet. Oh. So, what are some customer favorites at Eat Pretty? What are some pink treats that are most popular that your mom makes?
Oh my god, there's so many. There's so all of them are so good. I feel like the pretty hot cocoa, which is the hot chocolate with the pink whipped cream. We've had that for I would say, oh my god, maybe for like 5 years since we had the coffee shop. Um, and I feel like that is like everyone loves it, and we switch up by season. So for Christmas, it's the little gingerbread, and then we do the teddy bear for Valentine's. We keep it
Mm,
in spring, and now we are launching it, I believe, later on today. It's gonna be the little bunny for Easter. So we're
oh my
having like
gosh.
bunny cookie, and then we're switching up our whipped cream. We're adding purple and pinks, and we
Oh,
have purple and pink whipped cream, because Easter colors and stuff. So we have
pastel.
yeah, so we switch up. So I feel like that is like very popular when it comes to food. All of our food is really good. My dad takes care of that part of the coffee shop, so he makes sure that everything, like the paninis, we have tacos, we have breakfast omelets, brunch bagels. We have so many delicious things. I feel like paninis, breakfast, and tacos are like the main three that are, you know, on the weekends. There's lines, and so everybody really likes ordering their breakfast sandwiches and stuff. And then for the treats that my mom makes, I would definitely say her cupcakes, her cookies, and her loaves are top three items that they go wild on the weekends. Incredible. And every day there's like people coming in and getting their boxes of cupcakes out. And that's the best part about what my mom wanted to do. It's like you don't have to have like maybe a box of 12 cupcakes and have it pre-made. You can just come in, and you want to have a pretty cupcake or a bear cupcake. You don't have to buy like 12 or 6.
Mhm.
Just buy
Right.
one, and you can enjoy one if that's what you want to eat on that day, or you're craving something that you don't have to normally pre-order a loaf that has a teddy bear on it. You can just have that slice if you want, and you can come in any day and just get it. So I feel like the cupcakes, the cookies are like, they're so good. They're really hard for me not to eat it every day,
Oh,
honestly.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's tempting because also it's like pretty the way it's like decorated. So anything pink and pretty you want to eat.
I
So,
see it at the studio, and I'm like, oh, I want that. And she's like creating this new flavor for spring, and I'm like, oh, I wish I can have that every day.
yeah. And it probably smells so like yummy. Like
So good. I walk in, I'm like, oh, this smells like heaven. It's so good.
I can't. The bunny sounds so cute. I need to get that.
So there's like different color bunnies, and
Oh
we'll
my
switch
god.
purple and pink whipped cream. So
That is so cute. So, does the hot cocoa come like frozen hot chocolate too, or it's just hot?
we are working on we have an iced version to it. So like an iced pretty cocoa.
Yeah.
That, and we have a lot of people ask for that. We also have an iced latte that we've made for spring. So that's the pink, pretty and pink vanilla latte. And that comes also with the cookie.
Oh my god, I want
Ice. It's so good.
that.
Um, and I believe we're working on possibly doing a frozen one for summer, and just, keeping the little bear for the summer as well.
Yes.
Hopefully, we're still working on that, but we do have the iced version, if anything, which tastes really, really good.
That's so exciting. I'm a big coffee lover, so the pretty and pink latte, I would get that.
Yeah, it's really good. We launched that, I believe, last month
Oh,
for,
it's new.
yeah, it's new. We had a pink iced latte, but we switched it to the pretty and pink vanilla, which has also the cookie, because we have a lot of parents that are like, I want coffee, but I want it to look this certain way, like the same as my daughter. So then we started doing
Oh,
the coffee version to it. I love coffee, so
so
that's
cute.
what I would get as well.
Yeah, no, that sounds so good. I literally now I have to like come.
Yes, it's really good. And also our chocolate, it's pretty good because we mix our cacaos
Mm,
the store. So it's like our own cacao blend with organic sugar and it's really creamy and it's just really, really good. So I really like that.
Everything sounds delicious.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you. Really good. I'm like, she could have all the treats every day.
I know, seriously. And because, like, I don't know, they're just pretty to take pictures of too.
No, we always try for Instagram. We always do the real, like, we get our things, we put it out there. So we want to make sure that what people see on Instagram, it's actually how they get it. So
Yeah.
always trying to make sure we do the real Instagram posts, like the videos and stuff.
That's
You know,
super true because I feel like sometimes people get disappointed when they like see a place because it's not what they thought or it looks so much better on Instagram. And I think that giving a real portrayal actually means that like people are getting what they're like expecting to get rather than some type of like mixed message. So
yeah,
it's important, I feel like. Yeah.
it's very important. So I make sure that for our Instagram, everything that you see there, it's exactly the same way that you're gonna get it when you come in store. So we have that with our employees. We make sure they know that whatever is seen here, how they see it on Instagram, is actually how they're gonna get it once they come in. So it's yeah.
Yeah, that is very good.
I make sure I'm like, I grab some of times the cupcakes and people are like, is it really gonna look like this? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So
It's
they're
like
happy that
customer service and making sure people are happy. It's another part of it, you know?
yes, exactly. So I want to make sure that they are actually getting what they wanted or what they saw on Instagram.
Oh. So, what has been your favorite memory so far at Eat Pretty?
I I feel like the beginning of it all, I was very young. I was 17, so growing up in the business industry, like it's such a blessing being so young and having to see all of this and have that, like with my parents especially.
Yeah.
I feel like I enjoyed growing up with them and having the opportunity to be in 17 and knowing more about businesses and how to run a business at such a young age helped me a lot now. So I feel like that with my parents, I remember I was just last week looking at some old pictures of us at the coffee shop when we first started,
Oh,
and it brought me so much joy. And I was like, oh my God, those were the best times ever, growing up throwing in ideas like, oh, maybe we can do this, we can do pink, buying the
fun.
decorations, the
Yeah.
first flowers. I feel like all of that has been my favorite. Being with my parents, having to share that with them has been such a blessing.
Yes, and especially like you were saying, since a young age, it's almost feeling like this is your second home because it's been like such amazing memories with your parents and to see it grow and the different ideas like that's so fun for me because I love being creative too, so I would be like so excited for like a new seasonal thing to think of and like I don't know, so that's so special and yeah, it must feel like a second home.
Yeah, it definitely feels. I feel like I spent so much of my teenage years there, and you know the ideas, the first flowers that we bought, I remember, and decorating it and doing it ourselves because every decoration we've done it by ourselves, so we've never hired any company or anything. I've done it with my mom, my dad, and I, and the pink tree that we had, the cherry blossom. I remember I think we started at probably 8. We went back home around 6, 7 a.m. putting that tree up. So I
God.
feel like those kind of memories just bring me so much happiness. And I see it and I'm like, oh, remember when we were putting this up for so many hours? It's so much fun to look back and being like, oh, I did this. Oh, we did this as a family. So I feel like those memories are like my favorite for
And you'll
sure.
never forget that stuff because it like means so much to you. Yeah.
Exactly. So, those are like my top favorites. I feel like decorating is definitely my one of my favorites.
It's also like it gives you the opportunity to show who you are through how you decorate, eat pretty, because it's almost like representing your family and what the place means to you and all that stuff. And it's a little bit of like artistic expression that
Yeah.
is so fun.
Yeah, it is so much fun. now we're working on different decorations that we're gonna add for spring. So we bought some things for it. So I feel like that, it's so exciting. Like adding this color and I want this flower with this flower makes all those things. It's so much fun to me. Yeah.
The details, like, it's important. What like, the little details you don't think matter, but they do, like, even how your mom decorates the cupcakes, it's so, like, intricate that it's important, though. You don't think it, but it is.
Yes, it's so much fun. I really enjoy that for sure.
Aw. So, what are some maybe future goals that you have or hope to have with Eat Pretty?
So right now we are actually I've been told anyone, so you'll be the first one. We are extending our store. So if
Oh
I
my god.
believe it's there, so the local right next to it. We took that over. We've been working on it, so that's gonna be the bakery, which is really exciting, and I'm really excited for my mom. Because it's something that she always wanted ever since she was little. So we are extending that, which is really exciting. We'll have more cakes, more desserts, more drinks, and it's all gonna look really pretty. So that probably I'm hoping next month to have it all ready. It's been quite a lot to work on it. So we've had that as a secret for so long. So it feels exciting to say it now. So really that is our next like what we're kind of putting our time on right now because with the decorations, the building, the new menu that we're gonna have there, and all of that. Hopefully more seating outside. We do want to add a little bit of extra because spring, summer it gets really busy for us. Thank God, and we do have people waiting for tables. So we do want to add a few more um, outside, definitely. So yeah, that and eventually we do want to have like a bigger place so we can have our bistro. Everyone loves their food. Normally people come in and they get the pretty hot cocoa. Once they're there, they're like, oh my God, there's so much food. They try it
Mhm.
out and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know you had such a good food here and good menu. And we're like, yeah. So do want to eventually have like a bigger space where you can, have dining area so you can enjoy your brunch, your lunch, have a little like a bigger bistro in that case. So
That's so
that,
exciting, the fact that already, though, you're starting to extend and just more opportunities for you guys to grow and to grow your like customer base and all that stuff. It's so exciting. I'm so happy that you told me.
yes, I was like, well, yeah, we kept it for so long and we're like, okay, now it's time because we feel like it's getting closer to opening as well. But,
Like summertime is coming and warmer weather, so I feel like it's perfect timing and perfect because I'll be home from school, so I could come.
yes, you can come in and visit. Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited because I kind of already know what my mom wants to add to the menu. So I'm like, "Oh, I cannot wait to see it. Like, you know,
Come to life. That'll
yeah.
be so fun.
So we're really excited for that. And eventually, we do want a bistro, like a bigger space so you can enjoy and you can sit down already and, have that space. Because I
Right.
want to ask for that and they want, to have a bigger space so they can come in with family and everything. So,
But,
yeah.
it'll come with time, and I feel like you're already taking steps to, expand. So you're like, customers will just follow wherever you go because, you're growing this awesome reputation and pretty food and a nice environment. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of course. So, how do you advertise your brand on social media aside from the baking and the cooking and the decorating? And what are some ways you use social media to grow your shop?
I feel like social media can help you as long as you're, like I was telling you, putting what you really offer out there. So for my post, like I make sure that whatever I'm taking a picture of is exactly how you're gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
once you're in the store.
Mm-hmm.
because I've had that experience where I've seen it on Instagram and it looks so good and it looks like, oh my God, I'm gonna go. And when I have it, I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping or what I was expecting due to the Instagram. So I feel like that making sure you're being honest in your post and what you're actually giving, I feel like that helps a lot your Instagram and those little real like real videos of what's happening when you're doing your Sunday brunch. Everyone loves the weekend little reels that I post. They're kind of like what's happening in the moment. So, all the food that comes out, all the desserts, all the drinks. And I feel like that kind of like, oh my God, I want to go because it actually looks
Yeah,
good.
it's a real representation. I love them too because it's like, oh, what's up at Eat Pretty today?
Yeah. So I feel like that putting like, being real in your social media, like actually like videos of behind the scenes. I feel like that kind of it catches my eye normally when I'm on social media or TikTok, and I see videos and it's like that behind the scenes or that real video that's actually happening and stuff like that. I feel like those things are kind of eye catching and it's fun. I can spend hours watching TikToks, honestly. So
Also nice because it shows that what you're putting out there is like meaningful and not just to get likes or something, you know what I mean?
yeah, I definitely feel like that and the interaction with your followers and just like making sure you answer all the messages and those little I get messages and people are like, "Oh my God, I had this amazing time, this amazing experience. It was so much fun. My daughter enjoyed her birthday," or things like that. It's always really nice and having conversations with them and kind of like replying back and not just having it as like, just pictures and not really having that conversation that, all those things. I feel like that makes a big difference for Instagram and how you grow your platform and, just being real with them and just making sure you're actually taking care of all of them in every area. So,
I agree. I always get excited when I see like, a cafe or a brand is actually engaging with me on Instagram because it's almost like the person's taking the time to post you and to advertise for you. So like it's nice to feel like in return that like they appreciate it rather than it just being almost for like no reason. So I think it's like super special to, just even like it or when it's reposted, I get so happy or just stuff like that.
I do feel like that is very important. I like to make sure I am aware of all the posts from everyone and that I make sure that they are reposted. That's very important. I feel like making sure that they know that their post is special and their post is important for you. And
It's
kind
so
of
nice.
doing that. I honestly, in my personal Instagram, I've always tagged places that I like. And, it's really important as a business to show them that, it's important that you came here. It's really important that you posted me. I appreciate it. I truly do. And, reposting and messaging back and commenting, liking, I feel like that shows that you are actually appreciative of them taking the time to visit you and to,
So nice.
time for the pictures and everything. So I enjoy looking at them and, I get people tagging me and I'm like, I'm really happy that, you enjoyed it and it just makes me feel so happy. So I feel like that for Instagram, it's really important, very personalized, kind of like,
I think it also makes the other person feel special and that they built a connection with you and they feel more welcome to come back because they know that they felt noticed and they felt appreciated and they want to give you more of their service. So it's just a really nice thing to do and I feel like more shops and companies and brands should do it a little bit more because it makes the other person feel so much more appreciated and without customers that's who is helping you. So I think it's important what you're doing. It's so
yeah.
sweet and so nice.
Yes, no, to me, I mean, we are really grateful for each person that visits us every single day. We're so grateful. We're always, at the end of the day, we pray and we give God thanks because,
Yeah.
we all the people that visit us today. It's like, thank God, we had all of them. So on social media, I also make sure they know that it was important and it was very appreciated because I do feel very happy when somebody posts a picture and, that I see that they had a great time. I'm like, great. That's all we want. We're really happy to.
It like makes your purpose come true and it makes you happy about what you're doing and it just makes everything feel worth it, you know?
So I always wanted that. I wanted to make sure everyone felt like they could come in and be reposted because I've had those restaurants that they don't do it or brands in particular they don't really. So I wanted to make sure that for me everyone can be make sure that they feel appreciated because they are.
Mhm. That's so nice. Are you the one who does the social media?
So yeah, I'm more of like what posts is on and what happens and what we launch. The pictures I do them with my mom. She helps me out with the pictures as well.
They're so
Um,
pretty.
sorry.
They're so pretty.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and we have different kind of like ideas. So sometimes I would be taking a picture of this in a certain angle, and then my mom comes up and she's like, "Oh, we can do this," and it comes out even better. So we're always there. So my mom and I are like the ones that take pictures, but then I make sure that when I post this or you know, like the aesthetic of the whole Instagram and how to manage it. And then the messages, I make sure that like I have either someone help me out read the messages and kind of answer all of them because there's sometimes a lot of them. So
Right.
I make sure I know what's happening and what's, you know.
That's awesome. You know, I think it's a team effort and it's clear that there's different roles in your family and at the end of the day, you guys all just want to be successful and make people feel happy and pretty. So, doing an amazing job and I'm so happy that you took the time to chat with me today and I'm so excited to share it with my listeners.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really happy that I got to meet you and talk to you
Of
today, and that you have come and visit us. So thank you so much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. Um,
course,
so
my
you
pleasure. And finally, are there ways that, you know, people can stay connected with Eat Pretty and how can they, I guess, get in touch with you?
So I would do Instagram. We always check our DMs. We always check our messages. Um, I always make sure that I'm keeping an eye of whatever need there is. And yeah, I feel like that is mainly where I kind of, speak to them and kind of have any updates of the place. Like our new store, I will be doing like a little post soon about it once we are like even, more sure when the date
Right.
um, opening happens. So, but I feel like Instagram and social media, it's where, especially our Instagram, it is more where the updates, the messages, and anything you can contact us there most. Yeah.
Well, yay. Thank you so much again. It was so much fun chatting with you. And I'm honestly so happy you were able to talk and share more about Eat Pretty because I love going in and I can't wait to visit soon.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you already for visiting, like I said, and we can't wait to have you back and so you can try the new pretty hot cocoa and the ice latte.
Yes. Oh, definitely.